Hi, I'm Tina.
I'm Ross.
And welcome to Finn Loves Food. If you're new to our channel, we like to do food unboxings, food reviews, and food tastings. We've been doing a lot of British food recently, and we do have some coming up, new drinks as well as crisps and other snacks. So be looking on the lookout for that. And if you're one of our returning viewers, thank you so much for coming back and watching.
Thank you.
So today we have our Universal Yums box. This would be for September. And if you're not familiar with the Universal Yums, they are a snack subscription box, and they send you a box featuring snacks from a different country each month. So this has been a lot of fun for us, and not only do you have the snacks to try, they usually will have booklets with information, cultural information, as well as some recipes from the country.
And some trivia.
Yeah, and we do get the smallest box. They have 3 sizes, and so we have the smallest one.
And so this month the country is?
Czech Republic.
Okay.
So that's typically, we get a card with the country map on it. On the back you can vote for your favorite snack, your least favorite snack. And this is the guide that comes with it. So this is where you can get information about each of the snacks. It'll tell you some of the information about them, as well as if there are any allergens, some of the history behind the snack. So that's a lot of fun. And they also have trivia too.
Well, now you mentioned trivia. Why don't you lay some on me?
You're up for some trivia?
I'm up for some trivia.
All right. So which drink was invented in the Czech Republic? Is it A, root beer, B, hot chocolate, C, chamomile tea, or D, Pilsner beer? I thought that might be an easy one.
C?
Chamomile tea? Sorry. It's actually D. They invented Pilsner beer.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. For the record, I'm not a huge beer drinker.
That's true. Yeah.
And for some reason I was thinking it was a German-made beer. I had no idea it was...
Yeah, I guess they did invent it in the Czech Republic. It says not only do the Czech people consume the most beer per capita, they've also created one of the most popular beer styles around. In 1842, the citizens of Pilsner dumped barrels of bad-tasting ale onto the streets. They built a new state-of-the-art brewery, hired a Bavarian brewmaster named Josef Groll, and created an ale that's light, crisp, and smooth. Adults can raise a glass to that. So there you go.
Again, I'm not a big beer drinker, so...
But see, we learn something new every time.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you get a sticker each month. We haven't, as Ross always says, I haven't done anything with them. So we're going to take a moment and unbox everything, and we'll get back to tasting. Okay, so we're back. We have things unpacked. We typically will sample things savory to sweet.
Yes.
And so first up, we have this, which I'm going to have to look up because I can't read the package. These are Caraway Pretzel Bites. Uh-oh. Nutty, licoricey Caraway in every crunch. We know how much you like licorice. No.
Okay.
We'll go ahead and open them. It says ready to munch on one of the most popular ingredients in Czech cuisine, locally known by the name Český kmin. I'm sure I totally butchered that. Caraway is a staple of the Czech kitchen. The spicy seeds are added to the water before boiling potatoes, sprinkled on pork or duck before roasting, or used in sauerkraut soups and mushroom dishes.
I can really smell it.
Yeah. Yeah, very lightly. Are you gonna be up for this?
Sure.
There we go. Boop, here goes nothing. What do you think? So I wouldn't say it has a really strong black licorice taste. It doesn't have the sweet black licorice that we're used to.
It doesn't, but the aftertaste.
You don't like the aftertaste?
If it wasn't for that licorice aftertaste, I would like these better. If we were starving, there was no food in the house, except for bags and bags of these. Yeah, I'd still eat them, but...
You're really craving something salty and just had to get a salty snack, maybe?
Yeah. These aren't terrible. They remind me of Rye Crisp, kind of. They're Have you ever picked those up, right, Chris?
I don't think I have. I mean, I've definitely heard of them, but yeah, they're okay. You know, especially the thicker pretzels, they tend to be a little dry.
Mm-hmm. Well, these actually might be good with a beer.
True. Yeah, maybe if we had ourselves a Pilsner, this might go down a little easier.
Yeah, they're not overly salty, but they are hard.
Yeah. I mean, I have to say pretzels aren't my really go-to snack, and if I am going to have a pretzel, of course, we really love the soft pretzels that you can get. Those are delicious. As far as hard pretzels, they're not really my favorite. You know, I think when we have some of the mixes like the Gardettos, the pretzels are always the last ones in there. We're always going through and getting the other pieces. But
yeah, sometimes they go in the trash. Pick everything else out that's good. And,
yeah. Or we get the ones with the thinner pretzel sticks, so they don't seem quite as dry. So how would you rank those? We're going to do a 1 to 10 ranking.
Me personally, I would give it a 4.
A 4?
Yeah.
Because of the caraway seeds?
Yes. How about you? What would you give it?
I'd maybe give them a 5.
Okay.
They're not bad, but...
I thought you would like those pretzels that have the peanut butter filling.
Yeah, they're not bad. Pretzels just aren't my go-to snack, I guess.
They're not.
Or I'd rather have them in a mix with other things.
I see. Okay.
So next up, we have pepper and rosemary potato chips. Or does it say chips or crisps? See, it says chips on the package, but here it says rosemary and pepper potato crisps. Interesting.
So they cover both bases.
Yeah. Oh, it says, looking for luck in your love life, put these chips on your head. In the Czech Republic, brides-to-be traditionally don a rosemary wreath as a symbol of luck, love, and loyalty. Some folks give out sprigs of rosemary to all wedding guests to really spread the luck.
They smell really good, by the way.
Do they really?
Oh, yeah.
It says, with their salty crunch and aromatic rosemary finish, it's bound to be love at first bite.
They smell fantastic.
Oh, wow. Yeah, they do have a nice, strong rosemary smell.
Mm-hmm.
There's what one looks like.
Mm-hmm. That's a win.
Nice, strong rosemary flavor.
Oh, yeah.
Light, crispy.
It would be great if we... I don't remember the last time we ever had rosemary flavored of any variety Ruffles. Oh, these are really good, yeah.
Yeah, I like that. If you do like rosemary flavoring, these are really nice. A little salty, but not too salty.
Yeah.
They don't seem overly greasy either.
No, and they don't seem...
I've had.
Yeah, and also they don't seem... some potato chips seem like they just overdo it with the seasoning. This is not overly strong. I mean, it definitely has a rosemary taste to it, but it's not overly salty and seasoned.
I think we've noticed that, especially as we've been sampling chips or crisps from other countries, that sometimes I think the chips here in the U.S. are over-seasoned. I mean, they might be good, but, back off on the salt and seasoning a little bit, and I think they'd be a little better.
So,
kind of like some of the more subtle seasonings.
Me too. So, out of 1 out of 10, what would you give it?
I'd probably give this one... I'd say an 8.
I was thinking 8 as well. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good one.
We just need a bigger bag.
Yeah, actually, it was a fairly generous bag. That's about how many we got.
Okay.
Next up is the one I was not too excited when I pulled this out of the box.
I can vouch for that. The moment Tina saw this, I looked at it too and thinking, really? Rice cake?
Crispy rice cakes, apricot yogurt glaze. Now, every time I see rice cakes, I used to eat these a lot when I was younger, when I was really trying to stay slim. It's like diet food, and it's like kind of like eating styrofoam, or if you get, I used to get the ones with, a cheese flavoring on it, and that tastes like kind of salty cheese seasoned styrofoam.
Yeah.
So, we'll see how these are. Let's see what it says.
It's not one solid, it's actually 2.
Here it says, refreshing creaminess meets irresistible crunch. Now maybe the apricot flavor will save it, I don't know. Prague might be the city of 100 spires, but Velké Pavla. I'm gonna mess up this name too. Pavlovice Vice is the city of wine and apricots. Located smack dab in the middle of Moravia, it's the epicenter of over 2,000 acres of orchards overflowing with leafy grapevines and juicy apricots. Unsurprisingly, it's even home to an apricot wine. Not sure that sounds great either. With this particular yum, you'll find Czech's favorite fruit atop a crispy rice cake in a creamy yogurt form. Well, we'll see. And I know I totally mispronounced and butchered those names. I see the glaze on top there. And kind of your typical rice cake on the bottom there.
Boop. Ready?
I think so. I say the apricot glaze helps.
Yeah.
But it's still got that rice cake. Very dry.
Yeah. I'm having diet flashbacks.
Mm-hmm.
There's only so much you can do with a rice cake.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have to say the apricot, it's apricot yogurt. Yeah, flavoring on top. It's nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice flavor. Adds a little bit, but there's still that dry old crunchy rice cracker bottom.
Yeah.
Or rice cake, I should say.
The rice cake texture, like packing peanuts. I do like the glaze on it. I think it's good. I do appreciate that these are not as thick as the typical diet rice cakes.
Mm-hmm. They seem very compressed though, because I want to say that some of the thicker ones, like there's more air pockets in them. I don't know if that's the right thing, but these seem like very compressed to me. I don't know. What would you rank these?
If I had my choice between eating these and those pretzels, I don't know. That's kind of a toss-up. I'd have to give these a 5.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I don't think these are bad. There's only so much you can do with a rice cake. It's pretty bland, in my opinion, but I do like the very light glaze. Mm-hmm. But nonetheless, it's still a dry rice cake.
Yeah.
And rice cakes are not my go-to snack. So, you look like you don't even want to finish it.
I will finish it later.
All right.
I'm going to give it a 3.
Oh, okay.
Definitely not my favorite.
Okay.
So let's see. We got that one out of the way. Now we have, it says raspberry candy. Let me look this one up and see if I can get more information on it. Raspberry pressed candy. Oh, like Pez, but way, way, way juicier. Czech folks know sugar. Just look at the long list of sugary accomplishments. The discovery of the sugar beet, sugarcane's less tropical alternative, in the 18th century resulted in an explosion of Czech's sugar beet factories. By 1945, the country's sugar industry contributed over 1 million metric tons per year, comprising over 50% of Europe's sugar production and nearly 15% of the entire world's. This zingy candy is made with a sugar powder so fine it'll melt on your tongue for a juicy sensation like none you've ever experienced. Some might say it's better than Pez. The best part, it's only the start of our sweet Czech adventure. Oh, that's interesting. So somehow having not opened it, I pictured them to be like little red, clear, hard candy you suck on, is what I was picturing.
These, to me, look kind of like Tums.
They
Did you let it melt on your tongue?
I chewed it. I'll have another one. I'll let it melt on my tongue this time.
Kind of reminds me of Sweet Tarts. Kind of.
Kind of.
Yeah. They're not as hard as Pez candies. Mm-mm. What is it? Pez candies, put them in your mouth. It's going to be a while for it to dissolve. You typically chew it up.
Yeah, they're very hard and crunchy.
But these will eventually, dissolve on your tongue. I'd say the raspberry flavor's not bad.
Bad, but see, now that you put that Tums in my head, I'm thinking it reminds me of a raspberry flavored Tums.
I ruined it.
You ruined it.
I ruined the raspberry candy for you. Okay, well, I'm sorry I did that, dear.
I don't know. What do you think in terms of comparing it to Pez?
Well, the nice thing about Pez is we grew up with Pez. Pez candy. I mean, the different flavors. I know there's certain Pez flavors you really like. What, banana? You like banana Pez?
I don't know if I've had banana. I like the cherry and strawberry.
Cherry and strawberry.
I'm trying to remember, do they have raspberry? I can't recall. Grape.
Grape.
The grape flavor.
But yeah, I mean, you're used to the hard texture of it, whereas these are softer, larger, softer.
But very chalky too.
These are definitely chalky. Now, would you consider Pez chalky?
Kinda, but I feel like the texture of these is even chalkier.
Okay,
if that makes sense.
Yes, I would agree with that. These have a certain chalkiness to them. It definitely tastes like raspberry.
Mm-hmm. And generally, raspberry is a flavor I do like. So
yeah, me too. So these aren't bad, but I don't know if I'd really say that these are better than Pez. I guess it really depends on what you like. If you like a harder candy, maybe Pez is more your thing. But if you like something that would maybe dissolve more, don't mind the chalky texture, maybe you would appreciate these more. So 1 out of 10, what would you give it?
I'd probably give that one 3.5.
Really?
Yeah. They're very okay to me.
Okay.
There's something about the texture I'm not that crazy about. And maybe it's the whole Tums thing.
I feel bad that I tainted your perception of these fine candies.
What about you?
I'll give it a 4.
A 4?
Yeah.
So we're pretty close.
I mean, it was quite a description.
Yeah.
I gave, but it was kind of like, it's kind of a chalky, sweet raspberry candy.
See, and I feel like I like some of the flavors of Pez a little better, but
yeah,
maybe it's the nostalgia factor, probably, because having them as a kid, and these are naturally flavored, so that's good. Probably Pez is not, I'm assuming.
No.
So up next, well, these are kind of different. Pedro Llama or Llama Mix Gummies.
So
I'll look those up. Juicy pineapple, mango, melon, and raspberry. Actually, the flavors sound really good.
They do.
Ask a Czech local how to get your candy fix, and they'll probably think of one name, Pedro. Nope, it's not a man. It's the most iconic local candy brand, at least according to this. The classic confectionery hit the scene in 1968 with the chewing gum so popular they had to produce 900 tons a year. Nowadays, Pedro is famous for its self-service candy shops where you can get an enormous bag of candy like these fruity gummies shaped like llamas, sombreros, and cacti. They're just as chewy as gum, but way, way more juicy. So they've been around a long time.
When I think of the Czech Republic, I don't think of cacti.
Yeah.
Or kids wearing sombreros, but
At least according to this, they're supposed to be popular. So let's see. I do like gummy candy, so.
They smell really good.
Oh, I think I can even smell them over here. Maybe I'll pull out a couple, because some of these...
Different colors. It's like a light blue.
Oops. Yeah, they have some that are clear. That's supposed to be the llama, I think. And then here's a cactus, which is opaque.
Gotcha, llama right there.
Oh, that's cute. You can really see the details on that one.
Yes.
Do a close up of that one too. All right. This is yellow, so I'm assuming it might be pineapple, maybe? It's a pineapple.
Yeah. Definitely liking these better than the
the
Tums. The raspberry Tums.
Yeah, I think the one I just got was, I had a pineapple and a raspberry. And they do seem a little bit different. Did you get one of these that's opaque?
I did.
Have you tried one of those? They seem like they have a little bit of an outer coating to them before you get into the jelly. I think I kind of like the other ones better, the clear. They seem more like your traditional gummy candy. But yeah, these are good.
Yeah, I'll definitely get these again if they're available. There's a coating.
Yeah. And nice flavors too, because they're all flavors that I like as far as candies. I don't know if this would be my favorite gummy candy, but I like them.
I'll definitely get some of these over regular gummy candies that we do get.
Oh, really?
There's something about that little, it's not like a super hard coating.
Oh, so you like the opaque ones with the coating?
Yeah, there's something about that the two different textures to it. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. I get it probably based on the flavors. I really like the flavors in this bag. So how would you rate those?
There's a nice variety of flavors in it. I'll give these a 7.
That's actually the number I was thinking of too. Yeah, I mean, I really like them. They're good gummies. I think maybe I've had some gummies that I like better. We've tried a lot of them for different countries, but these, I definitely think the flavors are good.
Yeah. So
last up, we have oatmeal chocolate cookies.
Now, Tina is not a fan of oatmeal cookies.
You are correct. No palm oil on that one either.
Okay.
So chocolate dipped oat cookies, half chocolate, half crumbly oats, all yum. While you probably can't imagine breakfast without cereal, it's only recently that Czech locals took a liking to them. Around the early 90s, cereals were imported from Germany and virtually unknown in the Czech market. As more locals enjoyed cereal, more local companies began to produce delicious oats. Take Emco, the company behind these cookies. Its founder started baking muesli, oatmeal and nuts, in his own kitchen oven, and today chocolate-dipped varieties like this yum are produced in Emco's own mill in southern Bohemia. So how successful was he? Take a bite and you decide.
Now, before you do, what exactly is it about oatmeal cookies that does not appeal to you?
Texture, maybe.
Okay.
Not really the flavor I care for.
Okay, yeah, because I wanted to ask you just a battery of questions. Well, is it just oatmeal cookies with raisins, without raisins? You're only going to eat it if it has certain icing, chocolate covered, or it has like the white icing on top? Well, what? Doesn't matter? No, I'm not a fan of it.
Doesn't matter. I'm just not a fan. I mean, it's like I'll eat them if there's nothing else, but it's definitely one that I would leave. Okay. And I think the worst are oatmeal raisin, because you look at them, sometimes they look like chocolate chip, and then you bite into them and they're not chocolate chip. That's the worst. So here we go, and they actually remind me a little bit of, we tried some digestives, and they remind me a little bit of that, as far as having the chocolate on top, and boop.
Not bad.
Not bad. I mean, the chocolate helps, I think. Because normally here, oatmeal cookies wouldn't have any chocolate on them. I'm not sure what's in the bottom, if they have a little chocolate within the cookie part.
Yes, it does.
Because our oatmeal cookies would not have that.
To me, these taste like oatmeal cookies with chocolate added to the cookie dough, then with a chocolate layer on the bottom. And that's a big plus, for me at least.
I think that helps with the flavor, have more chocolate in them.
Yeah, I like those. Those are good for me. I know you're clearly not an oatmeal cookie fan, but how would you rate that? How would you rate these fine cookies?
I'd maybe give those a 6.
Really? I'd give them a 7.
Okay.
Like you said, chocolate makes everything better.
It does. That helps.
As someone who grew up having a mother that constantly baked, I was a fat kid growing up. And my mother was always baking. Pies, cakes, cookies, brownies, you name it. And she made oatmeal cookies once in a while. And I think they would have been a bigger hit with everyone in our house, if maybe there was actually chocolate in the cookie dough. There's something about it that I think adds to it. Well, obviously it's adding chocolate to it, but just the flavor together of the oatmeal and the chocolate, even if it didn't have like a layer of dark chocolate on the top or bottom, it's kind of a plus. And it's just something I don't think we really see here.
So before we wrap up, so we already did give rankings, but did you have a standout savory and a standout sweet?
Well, yes, I do. I do have a standout savory, part of my Reach Young Lady. These wonderful chips here are fantastic.
That was an easy one for you with the Caraway pretzels, huh?
Yes.
That's the other option.
And as far as sweets, I'm gonna say it's a tie between these chocolate oatmeal cookies. And how you feel about oatmeal? A tie between the chocolate oatmeal cookies and these Pedro gummies. A nice surprise. I was kind of I didn't know really what to expect when I saw these. I just thought, oh, it's another bag of gummies. And we often receive gummies in some of these review boxes, snack boxes, but yeah, those were good. And what about you? What is your favorite savory and your favorite sweet?
Well, I'm pretty close, because for me it would be these chips as well, the Rosemary chips. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to go for the gummies.
Sure.
Because for me, I like to pick up gummies for snacks anyway. That'd just be a more go-to snack for me compared to the oatmeal cookies.
So I'm just kind of curious, what is your least favorite? Would it be these rice cakes or the oatmeal cookies?
Oh, it'd be the rice cakes.
Really?
Yeah.
Just not a fan, huh?
No. I will finish mine. As we said, the apricot helps, but yeah. I don't know. I always feel like rice cakes are for dieting.
Pretty much.
So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like food reaction, food tasting, please subscribe to our channel. We'd love to have you on board. And until next time, bye-bye.
Bye.